Rama. Good morning.
The beautiful German press, yes, tell me.
Would you be happy with gradual integration? First the single market, then the rest?
Listen, I'm saying this from a long time. Finally, it's being heard, but it's not enough now. I believe that Europe, for itself, first and foremost, should be bolder, should keep the merit-based process, should go in the direction of gradual, but should find the guts for a new Helmut Kohl moment. Right? When the wall went down, the great guy didn't say to the East Germans, now you have 35 chapters to go through before we are together. He said we are together, and then we'll help you go through. So if EU wants to send a very strong message to the world and to give some great energy to itself, should say, like we are today all around the table, we should always be around the table, but everyone with its own status, until we become full members. So I think it's easier, that's why it's more complicated to be understood.
So do you think it's too late? You said it's too late. Is this now because of Ukraine and there's like the need
It's not too late.
Inventive?
No, I didn't say it's too late. I said it's not enough.
Are the European leaders in favor to push harder with the Western Balkans membership?
Listen, what we have to do on our side is to give them some courage to push harder. And then it's up to them.
So you want a Kohl moment, but what about a Merz moment? What did you think about the
It's
things
good.
Chancellor Merz said the last weeks about server status, for example, for Ukraine?
This was to start the conversation. This was not the end of the conversation. And already the conversation has developed with the new document, the French-German paper. So hopefully my two big friends and very respected leaders of France and Germany will find some more stamina to be more like Kohl and Mitterrand.
What changes there?
On the protest, do you think just going to comment about protests in your country?
What?
Do you think Germany and France want to keep you in the waiting room with this proposal?
No. The idea or the argument of danger, it's over. I heard it from many years. I saw, because I am now getting old, you know. So I saw some of them coming and leaving, and I'm still here, and they have left after having told that, no, it's dangerous, we want you in, we'll bring you in. In fact, they went out. So it's not a waiting room, it's more integration. That's why I say EU should find now the guts to have a Helmut Kohl moment. So to say, all together around the table, like today, always, but everyone has to fulfill its own work, its own duties to get more from the table. You know, you don't tell the kids, stay to the neighbors until you are ready to come and eat with us, right? Because then one of the kids get to know Russian gangster in the neighborhood, another kid start to like Chinese dolls, and so on and so forth. No, you keep the kids all together. When Albania will join the EU, there are three things you can't predict. Three, right? God, sex, and the EU.
Will you meet with protesters? Will you agree to meet with protesters?
What?
Will you agree to meet with protesters?
Say it again.
Will you agree to meet with the protesters so we can discuss their demands regarding the resort protest going on in the country?
There are no demands to be discussed because there is no yet project approved, right? So first we need to have the project, then to see the project, then to discuss the project. But we can't discuss something that does not exist, but that is being presented in the overall the social media through a hybrid war against Albania, through false narratives like the project is not the project, but it's something cooked between me and Bibi Netanyahu through Jared Kushner to bring the Palestinians in Zvërnec. And I think the Western media should be much more careful, because facts matter and should always matter. Because There is no project because there is no reason to worry as far as there is no project, and because the top architects, among the best in the world, the top engineers, landscape architects are engaged, and it's not the aim to do some disruption with nature, but the aim is to make something unique that will be amazing for Albanians, but will be also a gift of Albania to all of you in Europe.
Good morning. So it's good to be here for the Western Balkan Summit. It is, in the last 6 months, the second time that we are meeting.
To have a new Helmut Kohl moment. The great leader of Germany did not come out after the war to say to the Eastern Germans, now you have 35 chapters to fulfill before you sit around the table with us. But he said we are all around the table. And then, of course, years needed to. So we should be around the table always, like today, not once in a year. Everyone with its own baggage of homework. And then everyone merit-based become full member. But full member in terms of what you can take for Europe. But right away full member in terms of what you give to Europe. Otherwise, it's like telling the kids, until you grow up, you stay with the neighbors. And then a kid get to know Russian gangster, another kid get fascinated by Chinese dolls, and then when they grow, they are not ready anymore to come to the parents.
What is government doing to reassure environmentalists about their concerns about flamingos?
Listen, first of all, this is not about environmentalists. This is about, or let's say it's not only about environmentalists. This is about, first of all, a hybrid war. Enemies of the country. We know them. Everyone who knows our story knows them. The Iranians that have been engaged in cyber attacks since a long time against us, that have done to us so much damage that obliged us to kick them out, are part of this to fuel the narrative that the project is not what it is told, but it's an agreement between me and Bibi Netanyahu, cooked by Jared Kushner, to bring the Palestinians from Gaza in Albania. This is one of the narratives, and it has a lot of traction. You have seen a lot of fake videos with hundreds of thousands of people chanting Israel go home. It's all fake. There is nothing like that in the real Albania, and it's a shame for them who do all these things. On the other hand, genuinely there are well-meaning people that are worried, and I told them and I tell them you should not have to worry because the project is not ready. We don't have the project. So to reassure what? We have been the first to set the standards for the project to come, and we'll wait for the project. So there is nothing to worry if you are not increased the users of the Albanian digital ecosystem in the first day of the attack. It's a hybrid war.